Hey guys, I said I was going to be doing a Dark Phoenix re-clear once my Vivi was EX1. He's now EX1, so we're going to do a Dark Phoenix re-clear. As far as like a re-clear with my best possible team, apparently they're not going to be fixing Zidane's STMR before the end of the week, and they're not going to be extending Dark Visions. So my best clear was already done on Friday. You can see my score. It's rank 376, and I'm slowly losing score per minute. I might even lose top 500 of this rate. I might rerun Phoenix on Wednesday for variance, better variance, just to improve my score. But the team won't change. I'm not going to bother recording that. So if you're looking for my best Phoenix clear, it was on Friday. But we're going to be doing a clear without some of the units people ask me, what if I don't have? So, we're going to be doing a fire team with Vivi. This is going to skip Zidane, it's going to skip Bartz, it's going to skip Faris, it's going to skip all three of the Dragoons. Because I get lots of comments, what if I don't have, Zidane, Bartz, Faris, Edgar, Noctis, Ardyn? Well, we're going to try a fire team and see how it goes. Early warning, I can tell you right from the start, we are not going to get that great of a score. If you want a great score, you have to have those units I listed a moment ago. But if you don't have any of those options, well, this could do something. So we're going to try it with a magical fire team and see what happens. So for Espers, we need wind resist from Tetra. We're going to be getting that on Roy. We need dark resist from Anima. We're going to be getting that from Steiner. So we need 100 wind resist and 100 dark resist after buffing. So make sure your gear, accomplishes that. And as far as the fire resist from the boss's physical attacks, we're going to cover it with Steiner's evasion cover, so no one needs fire resist. So the team is going to be Roy, and the base form is using some wind resist and dark resist. Shift form is going to be, we don't need dark resist in the shift, we're not shifting until the kill turn. Or two before the kill turn, after Vivi's already done. He's got a rod, he's got LB damage and bird killer. Not the best gear, but 175 and 150. So he's mostly here for the 130 fire and peril. He's not super critical. If you don't have Roy, but you do have like Ardyn or something, grab them, bring them instead. But in order to not use the Dragoons, I'm going to go with Roy. Vivi, base form, just LB fill, auto buffing, etc. Shift form, rod, bird killer, chain boost, magical damage. He's got max bird killer just by default, so that's easy. And then the resistances. Base form does have dark resist as well. Terra, base form has some dark resist. She's going to summon Ifrit, by the way, so make sure someone is on Ifrit. Kefka's going to be for us, for the magical fire field. Other than that, base form is whatever, just some resistances. Shift form, she's going to be using double rod for the realm and peril. If you don't have good rods for Terra, her STMR is fine. It just does less damage. We're not using a sword in peril. But if you are using like Ardyn or Noctis, that'll be fine to use swords. And there's her relevant stats. Steiner, evasion cover, dark resist, wind resist. He's going to be doing the reflect thing with Vivi. Realm, just some auto healing, auto buffing, wind resist. She's going to be doing rod and peril and LB fill. And then Kefka is going to be our breaker and bird killer buffer. So he's just got some resist in the shift form and a rallying cry. And that's it. His damage is irrelevant. Alright, let's go ahead and give it a go. Alright, so we're going to use Kefka to rallying cry with Terra for most of the early fight. We're going to wind resist with Roy. Realm is going to Masterpiece and You're Still Standing to fill LB gauge, which is going to let Steiner cover and useless good for nothings, which is going to fill more LB gauge, which gives Vivi his LB on turn 1. So we're going to shift Vivi and use the shifted LB. Make sure it's the shifted LB and not the base form. The shifted one does not deal damage to your own party. So that's a modifier boost. We're going for a turn 10 clear, which is again pretty long like a Zidane clear. But because Vivi is the primary DPS, I wanted him to get all the power-ups possible. So we're just going to repeat most of the units. We're going to put Realm on Masterpiece Sketch twice a turn. And Vivi will start quad casting Encouragement to fill LB. So at this point, we need to wait for Vivi to go back to the base form to do the base form LB. And then we're going to wait until on turn 10 so we can do all the power-ups. So it's a little bit of a setup, but most of the fight we're going to be pushing repeat. So it's lazy and easy at least, even though it's long. So again, turn 3, we're just going to repeat everyone. You know, we're just going to cast cover and wind resist with Roy and Steiner. We're going to do Rallying Cry with Terra and Kefka. Vivi's going to fill LB. Realm's going to fill LB. Now, if your Realm doesn't have as much auto healing as mine does, maybe don't use Masterpiece Sketch so often so she doesn't kill herself. But yeah, so there's the Imperil. So for the Imperils, every 3 turns, Realm will do Total Eraser to AoE dispel everything, including our Imperil. Other than that, we just repeat. And make sure you do that in the beginning of the turn so that you can recast cover and wind resist after Realm dispels the party. Okay, so Vivi's going back to the base form at this point. His LB is good to go again as well. So we will do this. What is Guard Realm? So Steiner is going to Dark Resist from Anima before we use Vivi's base form LB. That's going to give us immunity. And we'll go ahead and do Vivi's base form LB to stack him up. So now Vivi has his full modifier boost. Now, starting on turn 7, we're going to start doing the get ready for kill setup. Alright, so Vivi can discard, Realm can discard, Steiner is going to just go back to covering, and the rest can just wait. We're waiting for turn 7. Alright, so here comes turn 7. We're going to get Imperiled again. We're going to use Realm to dispel the Imperil as the first action, and then we're going to start getting everyone else ready. Alright, so there's the Imperil. So before we do anything, Realm will get rid of that Imperil to cure us. Alright, let's go ahead and put up Wind Resist and cover it with Steiner. Terra and Kefka have nothing to do on this turn, so they can just whatever. Vivi is going to Life's Radiance, Threefold Farega, and Focus. Make sure you do it in that order as well. So now we're going to start stacking Vivi a few stacks of Focus. Alright. Alright, so turn 8, we're gonna discard Realm. We're gonna put Vivi on triple casting Focus to keep stacking it up. Roy and Steiner can just repeat. Terra is gonna summon Ifrit for the fire boost field. And Kefka is gonna do I'll Destroy You All for the defense and spirit break. This is a 84% defense and spirit break. So it's not the best, and if you got like Savior Lightning, maybe she's worth bringing as well. But Kefka also buffs Bird Killer, which I really wanted to do for Vivi and Roy. Because we're not using Zidane. If you are using Zidane, then you know Kefka is certainly not that important. Alright, so turn 9, we're going to shift Roy on this turn and do all 3 of his cooldowns. Not his Magnus, his cooldowns. One of them is irrelevant, but he needed to do the other 2, so yeah. Steiner can just repeat. Terra is going to shift and do her setup for next turn, so just, you know, the usual Terra stuff. Realm can repeat, Vivi can focus 3 times, and Kefka is going to do Warring Triad Fiend on Roy. That's a Bird Killer buff that lasts for 2 turns, 150%. It's only magical Bird Killer, so don't use it on Dragoons or anything. But if you're using mages like we are, then Kefka's Bird Killer buff is useful. Okay, so it's time to kill, but we're not ready to kill quite yet. So Kefka is now going to Warring Triad Fiend on Vivi for 150 Bird Killer. Realm is going to Rod Imperil. Terra is going to LB. Roy is going to LB. Vivi, let's go ahead and do Steiner first for the Reflect. So there's the Reflect. And now Vivi is going to shift. And we're going to quad cast Farega. Alright, wait for this to finish. Okay, so we're going to target a unit. When you're targeting a unit for Vivi, make sure you don't target someone that hasn't done their action yet. Because if you do, it'll lock them until Vivi's done casting. It can mess with the timing. So target someone that already did their action. Alright, so we're going to start Vivi, start Terra. Wait a second on Roy, because Roy's a little bit quicker. We're going to use Roy's LB. So we should have a chain of 193, I think. Yep, we did. Okay, so we'll see the down. It's not going to be great. It's not going to be great. Just let you know. 3.2 billion. Yeah. So like you really got to have the win team and Zidane to do a high score here. Without either of them, you're just not going to do very good. But I mean that was okay. I guess. 3 billion? I don't know. It was fine. So yeah, I'll be running Phoenix more tomorrow. You know, I'll run it a few times for variance with my best team. But I won't record that because it's just going to be the exact same team, literally no changes. I believe my team on Friday was optimized as good as it could be for the most part. So yeah, so there was the end of Dark Visions 14 for my videos. Hopefully if you've got Vivi, you can get a decent score on Phoenix if you don't have all the other meta picks. Okay, see you next time.